Right now, Madison police are looking for a motive after a man shot and killed another man he apparently didn't even know outside a tavern.
Also, after rejecting Sheila Stubbs as its next Department of Human Services leader, what's next for the Dane County Board and County Executive Joe Parisi?
Plus, Wisconsin Assembly Speaker Robin Vos looks ahead to the 2024 election, who he says he does not want to see on the ballot. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. A 40-year-old is dead tonight after police found him shot outside the Badger Tavern early this morning.
Police have charged a 23-year-old man with first-degree intentional homicide. They have the murder weapon, they have 12 witnesses, and even surveillance footage. But still, they don't have a motive. Our Andrew Banstra has the story.
Eric and Charlotte, police say the suspect and victim did not know each other at all before entering the bar on Madison's west side last night. Police then learned from witnesses and surveillance footage that there wasn't any altercation at all between the men before the murder. All they know is that at some point, the suspect allegedly shot and killed the victim just a few feet outside the bar. I spoke with Madison Police's Lieutenant Jason Ostranga, who told me in his 24 years on the force, this stands out as one of the most unusual cases he's seen. All the pieces are there, but still no motive.
The weird part, as I mentioned, there's usually money, drugs, or women, and there's no rhyme or reason. There wasn't a, hey, these guys have been talking crap about each other, or, you know, a year ago they got into it.
Police say all witnesses had no problem sticking around to talk to police, something they said is somewhat unusual. They believe the suspect was under the influence and haven't confirmed if the murder weapon belonged to the suspect. Now, police have not questioned the suspect yet, who requested a lawyer's presence when they tried talking to him last night. When we get more information, you'll be the first to know.
Prairie police are now investigating a shooting they say left a 15-year-old boy injured on Tuesday. The shooting is believed to have happened in the 900 block of Aspen Place and was an isolated incident. The boy was dropped off at UW Health East Madison with gunshot wounds. He's in stable condition now. Anyone with information on the shooting is urged to contact Prairie police.
Safety regulators are now investigating older Dodge Journey vehicles after a McFarland woman died inside one when it caught fire. On December 9th last year, 73-year-old Mary Fromm died when her vehicle was engulfed in flames. The complaint alleges the windows and doors would not unlock, trapping her inside. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it's investigating whether inoperative door locks and windows can prevent people from getting out of the SUVs during an emergency. More than 82,000 journeys from the 2009 model year are covered in this probe. Another pretty nice day out there as we head for the weekend. Let's check your first warn forecast with Julian.
It's going to be gorgeous for those who are celebrating Cinco de Mayo, but as we get into the weekend, we are looking at some changes. As of right now, we are seeing a bit of some clouds, but the sun is still there as well, and temperatures have felt great all day long, especially throughout much of our afternoon heading into the evening. Starting to slowly cool down for some areas. It's 74 degrees here in Madison, with 77 in Janesville, and about 70 degrees for Platteville. As we take a closer look towards Dane County, we're starting to slide a bit into those middle 70s across the board, whereas Edgerton was near 80 degrees just about an hour ago. Now, one thing we're going to be watching for is developments of some showers later for tonight and heading into the weekend. As of right now, south of Eau Claire and near La Crosse, we are experiencing a couple of some showers and storms for northern parts of Wisconsin. For us here in southern Wisconsin, might see a couple of isolated showers later into tonight around 9, maybe even 10 o'clock, but it's going to be mainly isolated, not very widespread. But for Saturday and for Sunday, folks, marginal risk for severe weather, level 1 out of 5, is what we're going to be watching for over this weekend from areas just west of Dane County. And then for Sunday, even parts of Madison are under that area of marginal risk as well. But it's going to be on and off showers. We will have moments where it's going to be dry and rather warm. We'll be breaking down the timing of when we can expect storms that could not only just be regular thunderstorms, but strong and severe in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
I am so disappointed in this body. I am so disappointed in the way that they have mischaracterized me.
It's likely not the end of tension between the Dane County Board and County Executive Joe Parisi. This after supervisors voted in an overwhelming majority last night to reject his nominee, Representative Sheila Stubbs, to run the county's largest department.
Well, the Director of Human Services position, and that still needs to be filled. Board members making it known what they think it'll take for Executive Parisi to find a candidate that meets their standards. Tahlil Mahudin joins us now with more. Tahlil?
What county board members say they're looking for next from Prairie is more rigorous hiring process. They're willing to break tradition to get it.
This board, Mr. Chair, was asked to evaluate and act on this nomination. Mr. Chair, we did that.
Making it clear they're not afraid to ruffle some feathers.
There is a misnomer that our job as a county board is to be a rubber stamp.
Members of the Dane County Board are sending a message.
Resolution is denied.
As critical as many were of State Representative Sheila Stubbs' qualifications as the next Director of Human Services, ahead of a 27-2 majority vote against, a lot of their criticism was aimed at the man behind her appointment. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi.
It was open for less than 3 weeks. There was only one round of interviews and only 3 people on the interview panel, all of whom work for the county.
County supervisors questioned Parisi's nomination process, suggesting not enough time or resources were spent on finding the right candidate to match the weight of the role, managing 800 employees and $240 million in county funds, unlike with previous nominations.
The executive had fancy outside screening teams, conducted national searches, and held town hall meetings to get public input.
And with Stubbs out of the picture in what Parisi called an unprecedented move, he may have to take their feedback in stride.
How some of these appointments have moved through previous boards may not have had questions or objections. That is not this board.
We did reach out to Executive Parisi's office to learn his plans following Stubbs' rejection, but we did not hear back today. In a statement last night, he said his nominee was treated unfairly and worried it would damage the county's ability to recruit talent.
Tahlil, thank you. Families of Indigenous women and girls who have been murdered or are missing, holding a Day of Awareness event at the state capitol today. That event promotes support and healing by bringing awareness and testimony to the truths of Indigenous people and the violence that Native women and girls experience. Menominee tribal legislator Rachel Fernandez says she hopes state lawmakers reconsider the proposed elimination of Governor Evers' missing and murdered Indigenous women office.
That was really heartbreaking for families, because with that office it could bring so much help and support and assistance to our families that are trying to navigate the systems.
In 2021, the Biden administration formed the Missing and Murdered Unit. It offers more federal support to solve cases involving Indigenous women and girls.
Flags will fly at half-staff tomorrow in honor of a Grafton man who was killed in World War II. Lieutenant Roy Harms, who piloted a B-24 bomber and was a member of the 329th Bombardment Squadron, died in August of 1943 during Operation Tidal Wave. In 2019, his remains were identified and has been since returned to Wisconsin. Harms was posthumously awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, Air Medal, and Purple Heart. He'll be buried in Grafton tomorrow. Then on Sunday, flags will continue to fly at half-staff, and this time out of respect for firefighters who have lost their lives in the line of duty. It coincides with National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Weekend. The National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Service is scheduled for Sunday.
It is rare that you get a politician on the record saying they were wrong, but that's exactly what we heard today from the state's Assembly Speaker. So where did he go wrong? Will Keneally joins us now live from the Capitol with those details. Will?
So we heard from Assembly Speaker Robin Vos on a wide range of issues today as he gave a rare hour-long avail to a panel of reporters in Milwaukee. Now, we heard his take on presidential politics, saying that Trump would be unable to win in Wisconsin if he's on the 2024 ballot. But we also heard him touch on a defining part of his recent speakership, the investigations into election fraud.
I said sometimes elected officials have to look the taxpayers in the eye and say, I screwed up, right? And that is why I should have never hired Mike Gableman. Now, I still agree with the idea that we needed to have a review of the election.
So Vos hired former Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman to investigate election fraud at Trump's urging. So that could pose some interesting questions if Trump becomes the Republicans' nominee in 2024. Now, if you also think back to 2020, there was a small group of Republicans who wanted to use the legislature to overturn the state's election results. Vos said today that that will not happen in the future, that he wants that power to remain outside the state legislature. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Coming up, Wisconsin now has a new area code today with another one coming next year.
Plus, how some elementary school students in Madison are helping out new mothers of color today. We'll be right back.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big, big, big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
It's patio season at Steinhoffel's. During our Outdoor Oasis event, take 10% off all patio furniture. Plus, with any purchase of $49.99 or more, you'll get a Yeti cooler. And you can take advantage of Steinhoffel's 72-month financing to make your purchase even easier. We have something for every style and every budget. Create your outdoor oasis in-store and online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffel's.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Schedule your comprehensive eye exam at shopko.com or bring in your outside prescription.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Today on May 5th, also known as Better World Day, 20 Albion Elementary scholars from Black Girl Magic will be donating literacy kits for new mothers of color at Unity Health Meritor Hospital. The kits will contain 3 books as well as baby blankets, onesies, bookmarks, and more. The scholars made the donation to honor the memory of longtime Albion teacher Stephanie Bernard, who passed away in 2022.
So it took like the whole school to make these kits because everyone in the school had to make like bookmarks, blankets, baby onesies, and yeah.
The literacy kits are aids to increase opportunities for reading and decrease barriers like access to books.
Happening today, Wisconsin has a new area code. That's area code 274. It'll overlay the area is currently served by the 920 area code, which is expected to run out of available phone numbers by the first quarter of 2024. Now, some of the cities affected include Beaver Dam, Fort Atkinson, Watertown, and Columbus. Those with a 920 area code right now don't need to change their numbers. Elsewhere in the state, the 353 area code, that's set to launch later this year. That'll be right here in the same area served by the 608 area code. After the break, sausages for sale, how you could own a piece of Milwaukee Brewers history.
Also, how many people do you think you could interview in 1 hour? Meet the radio host at WORT who tried to break his station's record of 71.
Plus, temperatures looking good for the weekend, but what about the rain? Your complete forecast is next.
Keep your home's exterior protected with Menard's great selection of exterior paints and stains. Dutch Boy Exterior Stain and Sealer is dirt and scuff resistant to preserve the wood's natural beauty and begins repelling rain in just 4 hours after application. Pick up a gallon for $31.99 after sale price and rebate. Try Cabot Premium Stains and Finishes for unbeatable quality and protection against weathering for your exterior wood surfaces. Australian Timber Oil is $49.98 plus 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
At Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that a lush, beautiful lawn should be enjoyed by the whole family. That's why we offer a kid and pet-friendly program to create a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn that your whole family can enjoy. Our program includes effective applications of targeted weed control and slow-release golf course quality fertilizer to achieve real results. Call or click today for your free quote, or sign up now and see the Weedman difference. Doesn't your family deserve a Weedman lawn?
Are record high energy and water costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive. While you may not ask for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to be without heat, water, or power. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.heat.help.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
It was October 1st, 1999. Jonathan Zaroff, then host of the Friday 8 o'clock buzz on WORT 89.9 FM, set the radio station's record for most number of people interviewed in 1 hour at 71.
Well, that has remained Wart's record for the most guests interviewed in 1 hour. Now, on his one-year anniversary of hosting the show, current Friday 8 o'clock buzz host Andy Moore hosted another guest-a-thon.
Now, the goal was to interview at least 72 people in 1 hour and break Zaroff's 24-year-old record. So how did he do it? Photojournalist Brian Mesmer shows us.
Andy Moore, I'm Friday 8 o'clock buzz host for WRT-FM. Hi. People are lining up now. It's looking very good. People are on time. All of our friends are here. So, some of our mortal enemies. We're gonna talk to everyone. We're gonna break the record set in 1999. 71 was the record. We're gonna go for 72. It's Nina, Stuart Levitan, you all. It's Catherine Davies. I think we're at a pretty good pace. We've got community leaders. We've got politicians. Governor Tony Evers. Governor Evers has a former life as a rock musician. Tell us about that.
Oh my God, I played bass guitar.
What we try to do on the Friday 8 o'clock buzz is it's the perfect blend of the serious and the silly. I'll do joke interviews. I had Elon Musk on a month or so ago. Last week, Tucker Carlson was on.
We're keeping time, we're keeping the official count, so we got to make sure, we got to keep them honest, got to keep them moving.
Hardest working man in political journalism,
I used to chop down my TV scripts way back when, so if anybody can do it, Andy Moore can do it.
What is it?
65.
I can see the end of the line. That's a little bit disturbing.
Yeah, so can I. 118 South Bedford Street. We needed to come down because we need to break Jonathan Zaroff's record.
A lot of those interviews have like blurred together now. Ray, we got a poem. It's like, you know, because they kind of one bled to the next. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to break the 24-year-old WORT record. I think it went great. We were at 86. We couldn't have done it without you. Oh, my brother.
Well done, Andy. After months of waiting, the Merrimack Ferry is back open. It opened later than usual this year as crews worked to repair mechanical issues. A bit complicated because some of the parts were tough to find. Last year, the ferry opened back on March 31st, closed for the winter in mid-December. So what can we expect from the weather this weekend? Let's check back in with Julian to get his complete forecast.
Well, we can expect a bit of everything as we get into the weekend. But before we get straight there, we got to talk about our umbrella contest winner, Wendy, who had given us a beautiful shot of some low-level clouds over towards the Governor Nelson State Park. Congratulations for winning the contest. And if you want to win for a chance to get a First Warn weather umbrella, all you got to do is submit your photo to either First Warn at WISC-TV.com or to our First Warn weather app, and we will be looking over it and be choosing and also presenting them for the 6 o'clock news. Now, outside of that, let's get into our actual weather. As of right now, some activity is spurring just north of I-94. We've been tracking some showers and storms that are starting to bloom just north of La Crosse as of right now, but some activity is starting to develop just into the southwest parts of Grant County, starting to get some shower activity. And over the next 3 hours, we could see some activity move its way towards Dane County, but it's mainly going to stick once we get close to around 9, 10 o'clock into the southwestern corridor, but then it's going to spread a bit more as we get into the overnight hours. Now, talking about the weekend, we have just west of Dane County and a bit to the northwest as well, a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 for us to see severe weather here in southern Wisconsin. And then for Sunday, it's still level 1 out of 5, but for parts of Grant and the southwestern tip of Crawford County is under a slight risk, level 2 out of 5 for seeing severe storms. So we're going to be keeping our eye on the weekend. So from tonight going into Sunday, we're looking at temperatures to be in the 70s, even near 80 degrees once we get into our Sunday. Showers and thunderstorms could be strong, especially once we get into our Sunday nights. And overnight storms are the most likely from anything to spur up from tonight, tomorrow, and even for Sunday night. And from Sunday night into Wednesday, again, we're still going to be expecting some of those thunderstorms and showers, but those are the best opportunity for us to see those storms going from strong to being severe. And the severe threats, though it is low, could be bringing in some hail or even high winds for areas, again, mainly just southwest of Dane County. So walking through our future track, tonight we're looking for a spawning of some showers. Not going to be very widespread, but could lead into our Saturday morning. So if you plan on going to the farmer's market, expect some showers or even some drizzle as you're going to be there for the early morning hours. Once we get to around noon, though, it's pretty much over with. Temperatures will rise to the 70s. Still a bit breezy, and the cloud cover is going to be breaking every now and then, but overall blanketing our skies. Saturday evening is going to be quiet, but Saturday nights is a different story. We're watching for, especially just southwest of Dane County, some showers and storms starting to line up and really start to make some impacts overnight into our Sunday morning. Then we have another round going into Sunday nights into our overnight hours into our Monday morning. So we have a bunch of uncertainty and a bunch of just activity for the weekend. So the best case scenario, just keep some rain gear nearby. And also stay up to date with the First Warn Weather team as we continue to bring you updates. We could see close to an inch of rainfall for us here in Madison. But look at our 10-day forecast, folks. We're going to be seeing those temperatures staying rather nice for us. That's probably the best part about this forecast, is that we're at least feeling a lot more like May, at least a little bit unseasonably like it. 70s will stick around, 80s for Sunday, but next week we have more unsettled weather in the forecast.
Julian, thanks. And some of you may be wondering where Gary has been all week. He's actually in Scotland on one of his holiday vacations right now. In fact, we recently received some pictures of his trip. Here is Gary in front of Edinburgh Castle, which dates back to the 11th century. Behind Gary, you can see one of the guard posts where a guard can stand shielded from the weather. Gary always pointing out weather to us. He also sent pictures of the royal yacht Britannia during dining rooms, the living room, as well as the outside of the vessel. She was in service from 1954 to 1997. Gary, have fun.
Well, since making their first appearance 30 years ago, the racing sausages have been an iconic part of Milwaukee Brewers games, and now the original costumes are for sale. The man who was in the Brock costume on its inaugural run in 1993 has been hanging on to it for decades now. He's also got the original Polish and Italian sausage costumes.
Right around 1999-2000, when they were demoing Old County Stadium, they got discarded. They got thrown out with the trash. And at that point in time, a lot of people in the city knew I was a collector, and somebody contacted me, and I was able to obtain them.
There is a small catch. You cannot buy the costumes separately. If you want them, you'll have to buy them all together. And the asking price, $25 grand on eBay. The owner says he hopes whoever buys them wants to display them somewhere the public can enjoy them.
And coming up in sports, welcome to Titletown. White day run of Packers rookie minicamp for the newest members of the Packers was a little eye-opening. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love. Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
You got me.
Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock. Because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Show us your weather photos, and you could win a First Warn weather umbrella. Send us your weather pics in an email or on the First Warn weather app. We'll select and showcase the winning entries each day on News 3 Now This Morning and News 3 Now at 6. Send in your pics to win a First Warn weather umbrella today.
Guarding Against Cancer makes its return to the Kohl Center, and in supper club fashion, which is this year's theme. You know, Friday night fish fries and old fashions. Well, the annual fundraising event Gard and his wife Michelle started back in 2016 has raised more than $7 million for cancer research and care across the state. Tonight's event is sold out, and Packers head coach Matt LaFleur is in town to team up to support the cause.
He was just a matter of, hey, I'll make sure I can schedule rookie camp around that a little bit, and I'm going to try to make it. So I gave him about 4 or 5 days. I hit him back with a text, and then he hit me back and said, I'm in.
We all pull for one another, whether you're from Wisconsin or from another place. I mean, we're here. We know how passionate our fans are in the state, so it's great that we all cheer for one another and support one another.
If it hasn't sunk in yet for the Packer draft picks that their dream of playing in the NFL has become a reality, it has now. Green Bay kicked off their rookie minicamp this morning, and you could say it was an eye-opening experience. Take, for instance, 5th-round draft pick Sean Clifford. His locker used to be Aaron Rodgers' locker, and just walking in the halls of Lambeau Field has left some rookies in awe.
I think the one word is history, right? You kind of walk around. I haven't really found my way around too much, but you know, being in the locker room, being around here, just, I mean, the banners in the hallway right there, just the amount of history and the great players that have been through here, it's really cool.
Joe Pavelski's playoff tear continued last night. The former Badger flicked the puck in off a rebound for his 5th goal in 2 games against the Kraken to help the Stars even the series at a game apiece. The goal was his 69th career playoff goal, good enough for 3rd all-time on the active players list. He's 3 behind Alex Ovechkin and 2 behind Sidney Crosby.
Quite a run. Quick final check with Julian.
Well, we're going to be seeing some warm weather, but showers and thunderstorms in the forecast as well. So make sure you have the weather gear all weekend long.
All right, Julian, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great night, and we'll see you back here at 10.